Welcome to the Elevate Your Brand podcast, where we help online coaches learn how to elevate their brand, become the experts in their industries so they can bring in more clients and create a life they want. I am your host, Chris Anderson. And if you want to make a difference in the lives of others, share this episode, go over to Apple Podcasts and follow us there to leave a positive rating and review. And together we can leave a bigger positive mark on the world. All right, on this short little Friday episode, I just want to tell you a story. You might have heard it before, but it's a story about the boy and the starfishes. And so there was one time, this beach, and all these starfish had gotten pushed way onto the beach and they couldn't make it back to the water. And so they were going to be drying out. They were going to die. They weren't going to make it. So this little boy saw this and he started walking down the beach from his hut early in the morning, sun just coming over the horizon. And he starts to pick up these starfish and throw them back in the water to save them. So he's making his way down the beach, picking up a starfish, throwing them in the ocean, continuing that process. And this beach is miles and miles long. And if he doesn't get to them before the sun is high in the sky, probably going to have a lot of starfish dry out and not make it. So he's walking, a little boy, he's got short legs. He's not walking fast. He's doing the best he can to get to these starfish and throw them back in the water. Sometimes he doesn't make it all the way to the water, so he has to go get that and toss it a little bit farther. But he's continuing. He's walking. He's throwing these starfish back in. And then coming towards him, an old man with a cane is walking down towards him down the beach. In his morning routine, he walks down the beach just to have some alone time. And as he gets to the little boy, and the boy meets him throwing starfish, and the old man asks, "Little boy, what are you doing? It's early. Shouldn't you be in bed or watching cartoons?" And the little boy looks at him and says, "Well, all these starfish are stranded on the beach here. And so I'm trying to make a difference. I'm trying to save these starfish. So I'm throwing them back in the ocean." And the old man kind of chuckles, shakes his head a little bit. And he turns and he says, "Little boy, look how long this beach is. Look how many starfish are here laying on this beach. You're not going to make it to them all. You're not going to be able to reach them all. You should just go home. Just turn around and go home. You're not going to be able to help them all." The little boy said, "Yes, sir, that might be true, but I can help one more." And he continued to walk and pick up the next starfish and throw it in the water and continue. The old man just sat there, puzzled look on his face, almost like a humbled expression. And he turns and he watches the little boy continue down the beach, just picking up a starfish at a time, throwing him back in the water, and he continues on. Sometimes we're both people in this story. We're the little boy trying to make a difference one step at a time, the best we can. Sometimes we're the old man and we scoff at people and trying to change their life or do something different because, yeah, you've done that before, you tried that before, or there's too many people to help. What's one person going to do? What's that one person that you've helped? What difference is that going to make? We've been on both sides of the story. Sometimes we're the starfish. We need help. But I tell this story today, and just so it resonates with you, to remember, no matter how difficult the situation is, how daunting your journey ahead of you might seem, you can make a difference one person at a time. So focus on that. Don't focus on your download numbers with your podcast. Don't focus on your subscription numbers on YouTube. Don't worry about your social media following. Don't worry about how many likes. Just worry about, what am I putting out there and can it help one more person? One more person. Because as long as I'm helping one person at least at a time, I'm making a difference. So continue on your walk, continue on your journey, continue throwing the starfish back in. Don't get discouraged. Just help one more person. Continue to elevate yourself, your brand, and those around you. And we'll talk to you next time. And thanks so much for tuning into this episode today. If you found value at all from this episode, please leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. It just helps us get this show, these messages out in front of more people. And don't forget to share this with someone who you think could benefit from listening to as well.